Welcome everyone. In the previous lecture, chapter 9, we have studied about the T and pi model for CE amplifier. Continuing our discussion, in this chapter we will learn how to calculate the voltage gain of CE amplifier. So let's start. Outline for this chapter is voltage amplifier, the voltage gain, loading effect of input impedance, swamped amplifier and multi-stage amplifier. The definition of voltage gain, we know that it is defined as the AC output voltage divided by the AC input voltage. So AV is equal to V out by V in, that we know. Using this equation, we will try to derive another equation for the voltage gain. This is the voltage divider bias amplifier, that is our CE amplifier. We know that for AC analysis, all the coupling capacitor 1, coupling capacitor 2 and the bypass capacitor will be assumed as shorted. Okay, so we'll assume these capacitors are shorted. And the AC equivalent circuit, this is the pi model for the voltage divider bias amplifier. This we have learned in chapter 9. If this is our VDB amplifier, then how we can represent using pi model like this. So you know that this is your input source. R1, R2 are in parallel with the beta RE dash input impedance. And this is the current source output side in parallel with RC and RL. Current IB flows through here. So if we consider our V input, then what is the V input? It is nothing but the voltage available at the input side of the transistor. So whatever voltage V input you apply, that will be available at the input side, at the base side of your transistor, and then it will be amplified and you can see the V out that is across RL. So an AC base current IB flows through the input impedance of the base. So your V in is equal to IB into beta RE dash. So what is your V in is nothing but IB, the current flow, into the voltage, the current flow into the resistance, that is beta RE dash. So IB into beta RE dash, that is the voltage V input here, and your V output is the combination of RC parallel RL into the current output current IC, because output current IC is flowing through this parallel combination of RC and RL. So your V out is this current into this parallel combination. So as we are writing V out is equal to IC into our RC parallel RL, then for IC we can write it as a beta IB. This is the AC current gain beta. So now you replace V in and V out in this equation. This beta IB RC parallel RL upon IB beta RE dash. So your beta IB will get cancelled and you will get RC parallel RL upon RE dash. Here the RC parallel RL is called the AC okay, that is shown here, RC parallel RL. The total AC load resistance seen by the collector is the parallel combination of RC and RL. So that is called the total resistance is called the AC collector resistance. The symbol is RC, small rc. So RC parallel RL is called the AC collector resistance. So now your AV voltage gain is nothing but RC upon RE dash. where this is nothing but RC parallel RL. So the voltage gain equals the AC collector resistance divided by the AC resistance of the emitter diode. So this becomes your final equation of voltage gain RC upon RE dash. Similarly, you can represent, if someone wants to represent the circuit of voltage divider bias using T model, then this will be your circuit using T model. In T model, we know that this is your IE and this is RE dash. So what is going to be the V input? V input is nothing but this IE into RE dash, and V out is the same, RC parallel RL and the current IC. So your V out is nothing but IC into RC that is a AC collector resistance, and this is nothing but IE into RE dash. Now we know that we can represent IC is equal to IE. If we approximate this, then it is nothing but RE upon RC upon RE dash. So it results the similar equation AB is equal to RC upon RE dash. The same we got for the using the pi model, RC upon RE dash. So you represent it with the pi model or T model. In both the case, you are getting the same equation, RC upon RE dash. Here is one example. We, by using this equation, find the voltage gain and output of common emitter amplifier circuit. So if this is the VDV circuit given to you, you need to find out the V out as well as the voltage gain. V input is 2 millivolt, R1, R2 is 10K and 2.2K, RC is 3.6K, RE is 1K and VCC is 10 volt. RL is equal to 10 kilo. Let's find out what is the RC is nothing but capital RC parallel capital RL. So that we found out that we can calculate, that is 2.65 kilo ohm. RE dash, you know, it's 25 millivolt upon IE. This we know, so 22.7. Okay, this how we are getting this equation? This we have already studied in chapter 9. Divide RC by RE dash, you get to your AV, that is your voltage gain, is 117, and the output voltage is nothing but AV into V, that will be 234 millivolt. The assignment for you is find the voltage gain and output of TSEB amplifier circuit. If this figure is given to you, you need to calculate the V out and the voltage gain. So that you need to try at your own. So this is the assignment for you. Take a break, you calculate the values, find out the answer, and then you come back and then you can compare your answers with the given solution here. We know that we can calculate the value of RC by RC parallel RL 1.37. Then you can calculate the DC current, DC emitter current using this equation, 0.83 milliampere, RE dash 30 ohm, voltage gain 45.7, and your V out will be 228 millivolt. So that you can check. The next topic is the loading effect of the input impedance of the voltage source. So here, till now, whatever input voltage source we are connecting, we are considering that its input impedance as 0. But we know that every voltage source will have its own input impedance. That will be a lower value. But how much less value it is required so that we can ignore it? So that we already learned that if that value is lesser than 100 times of the load it is going to drive, then it is called a stiff voltage source. So we know the definition of stiff voltage source, we have already discussed in the previous chapters. Here the voltage source is represented with the input impedance Rg, and then the rest of the figure that you know. VDB amplifier. This is called Z-in base. The input impedance you can see from the base at the base terminal looking from here, that is nothing but beta Re dash that we can see in the equivalent circuit. From here, if you see from this point onwards, if you see, then it is a beta Re dash. And Z in stage is the impedance you can see from this point. It is R1 parallel R2 parallel Z in base. So that will be Z in stage will be R1 parallel R2 parallel beta Re dash. So our voltage source is connected in series with the input impedance Rg, and it is driving this Z in stage. So if we represent this Z in stage as equivalent resistance, then it is R1 parallel R2 parallel beta Re dash is called the Z in stage. So your input side can be simplified like this: voltage source, input impedance or voltage source, and Z in stage. So the V input here will be Z in stage upon Rg plus Z in stage into Vg. If the voltage source is a step voltage source, then this value will be lesser than Z in stage by 100 times. So that case we can ignore Rg, and your Rg will be 0 here. So your V input is equal to Z in stage upon Z in stage Vg. So we can say whatever Vg you are applying here, maximum voltage or almost all the voltage available as V input. Here there is an example that find the voltage gain and output impedance of the CE amplifier considering the effect of input impedance, that is Rg. Here the Rg value is given as 600 ohm, Vg is 2 millivolt, this is 10k, 2.2k, Rc 3.6, Re 1k, Vcc 10 volt and RL 10k. So we will proceed with the same pattern. We have already calculated the value of Re dash and AV, because here the circuit parameters are similar of the previous example that we have seen, only changes this. So we are adding this. So we will straight away take that value when Re dash and AV from the previous example. Here the beta value is 300. So Z in base will be this. Z in state will be R1 parallel R2 parallel beta Re dash. So it is 1.42. Your V input will be 1.42 upon 600 ohm plus 1.42, that is Z in stage upon Rg plus Z in stage 1.41 millivolt. So you can clearly see here that your Vg is 2 millivolt, but what voltage we get here as a V input is 1.41 millivolt, so slightly lower than the supplied voltage. This is the AC voltage source appears at the base of the transistor, that is a 1.41 millivolt, equivalent to the AC voltage across the emitter diode. The amplified output, that is a V out, is nothing but AV into V in, so we can calculate that it is 165 millivolt. Now you need to change the value of Rg to 50 ohm and solve for the new amplified output. Okay, here I would like to ask you, what do you think of that if we change the value of Rg from 600 ohm to 50 ohm, our input impedance of the source here is 600 ohm, and if you change it to 50 ohm, definitely what you will get, this is 1.42 upon 50 and plus 1.42, so you will get definitely a higher value of input, so your V out will be definitely increased. So that we can see. Here one more variation of the example is given. Repeat the preceding example for beta equal to 50. Now your beta is changed. So beta was 300, now it is changed to 50, and you need to recalculate the value. The example illustrates how the AC current gain of the transistor can change the output voltage gain. When beta decreases, the input impedance of the base decreases because it is beta Re dash. The input impedance of the stage decreases. This will also decrease. That is 698 ohm, and here it is 1.42 kilo ohm. The input voltage decreases. V input, how it will decrease? Because it is nothing but Z in stage upon Rg plus Z in stage. So this will also decrease because here it is 1.41 millivolt and here it is 1.08 millivolt, and the output voltage will also decrease. Here it is 165 millivolt and here it is 126 millivolt. So that we can conclude. Current gain. The current gain AI of a common emitter amplifier equals the ratio of output current upon the input current. The output current is not IC as you might think. The output current I out is the current flowing in the load resistance RL. So that is our output current. So our output current is V out upon RL and input current is V input upon Z input. So the equation of AI will be V out upon RL, V input upon Z input. So AI is equal to V out upon V input, Z in upon RL. So your V out upon V in can be replaced as AV. So your current gain is equal to voltage gain into Z in upon RL. Concept of multi-stage amplifier. To get more voltage gain, we can create a multi-stage amplifier by cascading two or more amplifier stages. Suppose from a amplifier you are getting a voltage gain of 10 and you want more voltage gain. Suppose you want a voltage gain of 100, then you can cascade two amplifier back to back. Each is giving you the voltage gain of 10, then your total voltage gain will be 10 into 10, that is 100. So that way you can use a multi-stage amplifier. We will see this in brief. This means using the output of first stage as the input of a second stage. In turn, the output of the second stage can be used as an input to the third stage and so on. So you can keep on connecting the multiple stages. The amplified and inverted signal out of the first stage is coupled to the base of the second stage. The amplified and inverted output of the second stage is then coupled to the load resistance. The signal across the load resistance is in phase with the generator signal. The reason is that each stage inverts the signal by 180 degree. Therefore, the two stage invert the signal by 360 degree, equivalent to 0. That means it is in phase. So what we have discussed, that if voltage source we are giving here, that is our stage 1 first stage amplifier, then the output will be inverted, amplified and inverted by 180 degree. This is given as the input to the second stage. So this is our second stage of amplifier. So here the same output that is amplified and inverted is given to the input as input to this base, that will be amplified and inverted and will be available across RF. So here you will get amplification and 180 degree phase shift. Here also you will get amplification and again 180 degree phase shift. So total 360 degree phase shift output voltage you get across RL. So that means it will be in phase with the VG. Concept of multi-stage amplifier. Source V1 as the input impedance, output impedance, the voltage gain AV1. Whatever output is available here, that will be become the input for the second stage. Amplified, that will become the input for the third stage. Amplified, and that will become the input for the fourth stage, and so on. Finally, the output is collected across the RL. An AC equivalent circuit of multi-stage amplifier. So your V input, uh, input impedance of voltage source, the Z in stage, and the output is IC, current source, and the RC. It is connected to the base of the second stage. You can see here. Okay, here the equivalent circuit will be voltage source, RG, and Z in stage. Then output side it will be the current source, that is IC and RC, and then it is connected to the input side, that is a base of second stage amplifier. So here we have Z in stage, and then output current IC, resistor RC, and resistor RL. So voltage source RG and Z in stage, IC, collector 1, that is stage 1, RC. Now from here the output of first stage is connected to the input of second stage. So Z in stage of input of the second stage of amplifier, collector, that is the output of second stage, RC and RL. So the voltage gain of multi-stage amplifier will be, the calculation of voltage gain of first stage is the output equivalent output impedance will be RC parallel with Z in stage. So your AC collector current RC will be RC parallel Z in stage. This is of the second stage. So AB1 is nothing but RC upon RE dash. So what is the value of RC? That is a AC collector resistance is parallel combination of this upon RE dash. So that is your AB1. Calculation of the voltage gain for the second stage. The RC value is simply RC parallel RL. RC parallel RL, and the input side is RE dash. So calculation of voltage gain of second stage will be AB2 is RC parallel RL upon RE dash, and total voltage gain is multiplication of AB1 into AB2. AB1, AB2. Now here is the example.